What's up, guys? We are going to do a bit of work on the car today. We're going to rip out the fender liners and clean up a few of the wires that are underneath there. We are going to take out the fog lights because they don't work anyways, so just gonna get rid of them. Let's get to it. Here's the inside. Not looking too bad, but you can see I was rubbing here and I guess I just tore out a big chunk of it here. It's pretty much the same on the other side. Ripped out my fog light wire, but they didn't work anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here you can see that inside of the wheel is rubbing right here. We're going to rip all this out. Just as well on the driver's side, you can see I'm rubbing right here, not sure why, as well as here and there, but it's not rubbing up here, so that's fine. And tore out a big chunk right here, but we're gonna go ahead and just rip all this out, clean up all these wires, and we'll be good. So instead of ripping the fender liners completely out, I decided to keep them in and just cut them. I started pulling this one out and noticed that this is where my underglow wire is concealed, and it runs all along the top of here and comes down right here. So that was actually holding it from hitting the tire, and I don't feel like having to reroute that anywhere else. I feel it's best to just cut this out. We'll clean up all these wires so they're not close to the tire, and we'll do the same for both sides. So we've got the fender liner cut on both sides. I'll zip tie it or something up here so it stays. All these wires, we're gonna clean them up. As you can see, they're disconnected and they never worked anyways. And these are all new fog lights, and still never figured out how to get them wired correctly. We're just gonna take them out and just use that as a, I don't know, air cooling for the wheels, for the brakes. Who cares? Whatever. So we've got the bumper off. We already cut the fender liners here. We're going to clean all this up, get all these wires away from the tire, and remove these fog light housings on each side. Don't need that. Pretty sure all this wire right here is all for fog lights, which if I'm not gonna have fog lights, I don't need them, so I'll probably just end up ripping all that out. Less wires, less problems. Then we'll bolt check and we'll be good. So we've got the fog lights out. Bam, gone. And that big bunch of wires, pulled them out. All of this was just fog light wiring and the relay, and we're going to rip that out, and that runs all the way up here. And I double checked, it's just the yellow power wire. I'm not going to get into all the wiring and stuff inside the dashboard, and I'm just going to cut this and tie it off and deal with that later, because I don't really feel like dealing with wires. Oh, would you look at that? Never mind. Taped it off down there so, you know, nothing bad happens, whatever. And we are going to button all this back up and bolt check, and it'll be ready for drift day. Got all the wires cleaned up, all tucked in, bezel on, bumpers on, lights are out. I'm missing this bezel, but I'll order another one later on. No wires hanging, and we're good. Get the wheels back on. Already did a bolt check, and we should be done. Here's the old wiring harness. I guess that yellow power wire that just pretty much pulled out of there. Pretty sure rodents or squirrels or something got in there and chewed it all up, because it looks like they've been living in there. Yeah, be sure to watch out for rodents. Rodents will fuck up your harnesses. So that's pretty much it. That's all we were going to be doing today. Just cleaning everything up, making sure everything is good to go, and just bolt checking for the drift weekend. And yeah, tune in next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Gabagool.